Hello everyone. Once again, we are back into the classes of social science. I hope all of you are doing good at home. All of you are welcome to this class of social science. Let's discuss the 15th chapter today, that is blow hot, blow cold. Before we begin this chapter, let me give you a brief introduction. The name of the chapter is Blow Hot, Blow Cold. And what do you see in the picture? In the first picture, a girl is blowing cold air to the hot coffee to make the coffee cool, isn't it? And what do you see in the second picture? In the second picture, a girl with jacket and cap is blowing warm air to make her cold hand warm. She is standing in the winter season. Why is it winter? Because she has jacket and a cap, isn't it? Now read the title of the chapter again. Blow hot, blow cold. In the second picture, the girl is blowing hot air, and in the first picture, the girl is blowing cold air. Now, have you got an understanding of the chapter? This idea is enough for you to understand the chapter. So this chapter is all about blowing air, blowing hot air and blowing cold air. So this chapter is all about air, isn't it? So shall we start? Chapter 15. Blow hot, blow cold. There was a woodcutter. Every day in the morning he used to go to the forest to cut wood. In the evening he would sell the wood in the city. One day he went deep into the forest. It was a very cold winter. His fingers were becoming numb. Every now and then the woodcutter would put down his axe and bring his hands close to his mouth. Then he would blow hard onto them to warm them. Listen, once there was a woodcutter. Woodcutters cut trees. Woodcutters cut wood, isn't it? Our woodcutter was also doing the same, and he used to cut wood in the morning, and in the evening what would he do? He would go to the city and he would sell the wood. That is how he lived. Do you get me? One day he went deep into the forest, and it was a cold winter. See, it was a cold winter, and what is special to winter? During winter, the temperature is very cold, isn't it? And his fingers were becoming numb. What is the meaning of numb? Numb means our skin cannot sense anything. If it is hot, our skin cannot sense it. If it is cold, our skin cannot sense it. If we pinch our skin, it cannot sense. And during cold, our skin becomes numb. Do you get me? The skin of the woodcutter became numb. His fingers were becoming numb. Do you get me? And what did he do? Every now and then, the woodcutter would put down his axe and bring his hands close to his mouth. Then he would blow hard onto them to warm them. Did you understand? The hands of the woodcutter were becoming numb, and every now and then the woodcutter would put down the axe and take his hands close to his mouth, and he would blow to his hands. What is use of blowing to the hands? His hands were very cold, and he would bring them to his mouth and he would blow. By blowing, there would be hot air from the mouth, and this hot air will make his cold hands comfortable or hot. Do you get me? The woodcutter used to do so. We continue. While he was cutting wood, Mian Balishti was watching him from a corner. Mian Balishti saw that the woodcutter kept blowing on his hands. He began to wonder what all that was about, but he could not understand it. He got up thinking that he would go and ask the woodcutter. After walking a little, he came back thinking that the woodcutter may not like being asked. Finally, Mian Balestier could not help himself. He went hopping to the woodcutter and said, "Hello, brother. If you don't mind, can I ask you something?" Look at the picture. Do you see a small guy? This small man or this small guy is our Mian Balestier. His name is Mian Balestier. See, it's written here, Mian Balestier. Do you see it? His name is Mian Balestier, and Mian Balestier saw the woodcutter was doing something. What did he see? The woodcutter was blowing hot air to his hands. Mian Balestier saw it, and Mian Balestier wanted to ask the woodcutter, why was the woodcutter blowing air into his hands? Mian Balestier wanted to know it. But Mian Balestier did not ask the woodcutter because Mian Balestier thought that the woodcutter may not like if he asked something. Do you get me? But finally, Mian Balestier could not help himself. That means finally Mian Balestier decided to ask the woodcutter, and he went to the woodcutter and he asked, "Hello, brother. If you don't mind, can I ask you something?" We continue. Let us see what Mian Balestier asked to the woodcutter. Seeing this tiny person, the woodcutter was amazed and amused. But he did his smile and said, of course. Ask what you want to." "All I want to ask is, why do you blow from your mouth onto your hands?" said Mian Balestier. The woodcutter replied, "It is too cold. My hands are frozen, so I blow on them to warm them up a little. Then, when they get cold again, I warm them again by blowing." Listen, at last Mian Balestier went to the woodcutter and asked, isn't it? See, this is Mian Balestier and this is the woodcutter. And Mian Balestier told the woodcutter he wanted to ask something. And by seeing this small man, see, he's very small. By seeing this small man, the woodcutter was amazed and amused. That means the woodcutter wondered. But the woodcutter smiled and said to Mian Balestier, "You can ask whatever you want." Do you get me? And at last Mian Balestier asked him. The Mian Balestier asked to the woodcutter why the woodcutter was blowing his hands. And what was the reply of the woodcutter? The woodcutter said, "It is too cold. My hands are frozen, so I blow on them to warm them up a little. Then, when they get cold again, I warm them again by blowing." Do you get me? Mian Balestier asked the woodcutter why the woodcutter was blowing his hands. And what was the reply of the woodcutter? The woodcutter said he was blowing his hands to make them warm because his hands were frozen. It is written here frozen. What is frozen? Frozen means it is very cold. It was winter and it was very cold, and the woodcutter blowed his hands to make them warm. This was the answer of the woodcutter. Shall we continue? Mian Balestier nodded. Oh, so that's it. And with that he moved off, but he stayed nearby and kept a close watch on him. So Mian Balestier asked a question to the woodcutter, and the woodcutter gave the answer. Mian Balestier understood what was the answer, and Mian Balestier moved off, but Mian Balestier stayed nearby, and he was watching the woodcutter. Let's continue the story. Soon it was afternoon. The woodcutter began to think of lunch. He picked up 2 stones and made a chulha. He lit a fire and put a small handi filled with potatoes to boil. The wood was damp, so the woodcutter bent down and blew on the fire to help it burn. Balestier was watching him from a distance. Arre, he said to himself, there he goes again, blowing from his mouth. Does fire come out from his mouth? Listen, the story is getting interesting. All of you listen. Mian Balestier went back and he was watching the woodcutter, and it was the afternoon. In the afternoon, the woodcutter got hungry and he started to prepare the lunch. He picked up two stones and made a chulha. Chulha means burner. He made a burner and he put a small handi, small pot, and he filled the pot with potatoes, and he wanted the potatoes to be boiled. The wood was damp, means the wood was wet, the firewood was wet, so the woodcutter bent down. And what did he do? The woodcutter bent down and he blew on the fire to help it burn. What does it mean? What does it mean? It means that the woodcutter bent down and he blew the firewood because the firewood was damp and he wanted to burn the firewood. Balestier was watching this from a distance and Balestier was wondered. Balestier asked to himself, what is he doing again? He is bending down and he is blowing. Is fire coming from his mouth? Why did Balestier ask so? Because earlier the woodcutter blowed to where the woodcutter blowed to his hands earlier, isn't it? It was cold in the morning. It was very cold in the morning, and the woodcutter blowed to his hands to make his hands warm, isn't it? In the morning, the woodcutter blowed to make warm. And what did he do in the afternoon? In the afternoon, the woodcutter blowed to fire the damp wood. And Balestier was thinking, is fire coming from his mouth? We continue. The woodcutter was feeling very hungry. He took out a potato from the handi. He tried to eat it, but the potato was too hot. He again began to blow on it. Foo foo. Arre, said Balestier to himself. He is blowing again. Now what? Is he going to burn the potato? After blowing a few more foo-foos on it, the woodcutter put it in his mouth and began to eat it. Listen, the woodcutter blowed the firewood to help it burn. The woodcutter was feeling very hungry, and what did he do? He took out a potato from the handi, and the potato was very hot. See, the potato was very hot. And what did he do? He again began to blow on it. He again began to blow on it means he again began to blow on the potato because the potato was hot, and there was a man watching it. And who was that? It was Balestier. Balestier saw that the woodcutter is blowing air to the hot potato. And what did Balestier think? Balestier said that he is blowing again. Now what? Is he going to burn the potato? After blowing a few more foo-foos on it, the woodcutter put it in his mouth and began to eat it. Listen, in the morning it was very cold. The woodcutter blowed to his hand to make it warm. And in the afternoon, the woodcutter prepared a chulha. He kept the damp wood and he was again blowing air to help the firewood burn, isn't it? And what happened? After some time, the potato became hot. He took the potato and he blowed the air again. For what? To make the potato cool. But what is the comedy here? Balestier did not understand anything. In the morning, Woodcutter said he was blowing to help his hand warm, to make his hand warm. And in the afternoon, the woodcutter was blowing to make the firewood burn. And after that, the woodcutter was blowing to cool down the potato. Our Balestier did not understand anything. We continue. Now Mian was very surprised. He just could not stop himself and off he went hopping to the woodcutter. Hello, brother, he said. If you don't mind, can I ask you a question again? Seeing all these things, Mian Balestier went to the woodcutter and he asked something. He wanted to ask a question again and he asked the permission. The woodcutter replied, not at all. Ask whatever you want. The woodcutter said to Mian Balestier, ask whatever you want. And what did Mian Balestier ask? Let's read. Mian Balestier said, this morning you told me that you blew on your hands to warm them up. Now you are blowing on this potato which is already so hot. Why do you want to make it hotter? Mian Balestier asked, in the morning you said you are making your hands warm by blowing. That means something hot is coming from your mouth. And you are doing in the afternoon something that I cannot understand. And what is it? In the afternoon, you are blowing on the hot potato. The potato is already hot, isn't it? Do you want to make it hot again? That is what Mian Belshti asked. And what was the reply of the woodcutter? Woodcutter said, no, no, my little friend. This potato is too hot. I am blowing on it to cool it down. What did the woodcutter say? The woodcutter said, Mian Belshti, my friend, this potato is already hot. I am blowing on it to make it cool down. When he heard this, Mian Balestier's face became white. He began to tremble with fear and started to back away. The woodcutter was a good man. He said, what's wrong, Mian? Are you trembling because of the cold? Listen, the woodcutter said, in the morning it was very cold, and that is why he blew air to make it warm. And in the afternoon, the potato is very hot, and the same woodcutter blew air to make the potato cool. And he said to Mian Balestier, and when Mian Balestier heard this, he became very trembling. He began to tremble with fear. His face became white because he did not understand anything. He was very fearsome. He feared the woodcutter and he started to back away. Since the Mian Balestier was trembling with fear, the woodcutter asked Mian Balestier, are you trembling because of the cold? Let us see what happened. But Mian Balestier kept going backwards. When he was a safe distance away, he said to himself, what kind of a creature is this? Surely he must be a ghost or a jinn. Blow hot, blow cold, with the same breath. It is just not possible. Listen, Mian Balestier feared the woodcutter, isn't it? And he went backwards. When he was a safe distance away from the woodcutter, Mian Balestier said to himself, what did he say? He said, what kind of a creature is this? Surely he must be a ghost or a jinn. See, Mian Balestier did not understand what the woodcutter was doing, and he feared the woodcutter, and he thought the woodcutter is a ghost or a jinn. Ghost or a jinn means someone who is not a man. Do you get me? See, the Mian Balestier is saying, blow hot, blow cold with the same breath. It is just not possible. What does it mean? In the morning, the woodcutter made his hands warm by blowing air with the same breath. With the same breath, in the afternoon, what did he do? In the afternoon, he blowed the damp wood to help it burn, and after that, he blowed on the hot potato to make it cool. See, blow hot, blow cold. In the morning, the woodcutter wanted to become warm by blowing hot. Do you get me? In the morning, the woodcutter blow hot, and in the afternoon, the woodcutter blow cold. In the morning, he wanted to make it hot, and in the afternoon, he wanted to make it cold. And me and Balestier did not understand anything, and he said, "It is just not possible." Now listen. That's right, there are some things which just cannot be, but they are. What does it mean? There are some things which cannot be, but they are like that. Do you get me? And this story is written by Zakir Hussain. Who is he? Zakir Hussain is the former president of India. The former president of India, Zakir Hussain, wrote this wonderful story. And this Mian Balestier is not a real character. Look at his face. This is Mian Balestier. And this Mian Balestier is not an original character. He is not a real character. He is a character from the imagination of Zakir Hussain. And how is the story? The story is very wonderful, right? Because me and Balestier did not understand anything. In the morning, the woodcutter wanted to make his hands warm by blowing air. And in the afternoon, the woodcutter was blowing to burn firewood and to cool down the potato. The woodcutter was doing two different things with the same activity. The woodcutter blew in the morning and in the afternoon. In the morning, he wanted to make something hot, and in the afternoon, he wanted to make something cold. He did both these with the same breath, with the same blowing. Do you get me? And that is why me and Balestier did not understand anything. This is a beautiful story. Read it and understand it. After this story, the entire chapter is full of activities. I will give you the notes. You have to do these activities. You read these activities and try to do these activities. Then you can understand the concept of the chapter. Now, shall we read some notes? In the morning, the woodcutter blew air to make his hands warm. In the morning, it was very cold, and the woodcutter blew air to make his hands warm. In the afternoon, the woodcutter wanted to prepare lunch, and so he blew air to burn the damp wood. After that, the woodcutter blew air to cool down the potato, because after burning, the potatoes became warm, the potatoes became hot, and he wanted to cool them. He blew air and he cooled the potatoes. The woodcutter did all the three activities by blowing air. In the morning, he made his hands warm, and in the afternoon, he burnt the firewood, and after burning firewood, he cooled down the potatoes. He did all these by blowing air. Isn't it? Now let us read some notes of the remaining chapter. We blow air from our mouth to warm our cold hands in winters, because our breath is warm. What does it mean? We blow air from our mouth to our cold hands to make our cold hands warm during winter, because the air from our mouth is warm, isn't it? We blow air on a burning fire to keep it burning, because it would increase the oxygen supply. Now listen, in order to be burning, there should be oxygen. And if we blow air, there will be oxygen circulation. It will help in burning, isn't it? So, when it is burning, we blow air. We also blow air on hot potatoes to cool them, as the potatoes are hotter than our own breath. What does it mean? The hot potatoes are hotter than the hotness of our breath. So we blow on hot potatoes to make them cool. When blown near, our breath is warm. What does it mean? If we blow at something near to us, then the temperature of our breath is warm. And when blown far, our breath is cold. What does it mean? If we blow at something which is at a distance or which is far away from us, then the temperature of our breath is cold. Hot air is light and rises up. Cold air is heavy and comes down. What does it mean? Hot air has no weight. Hot air is light, so hot air rises up. But cold air has weight. Cold air is heavy, and so cold air comes down. We blow on our spectacles to clean them. Why? If we blow on the spectacles, there will be some water vapor on the glass. And with that we can clean, isn't it? Now read this. When we blow on a cold mirror in winters, water drops can be seen on the mirror. This is because the water drops in our breath change to water drops after touching the cold mirror. Listen. If we blow air with our mouth, there will be water vapors in the air that comes out from the mouth. And what happens when this air touches the cold glass during winter? When this air from our mouth touches the cold glass in winter, the water vapor in our breath becomes water vapor which is visible on the glass. Now do you get an idea? If you look at the picture, you will get an idea. We blow air into different musical instruments to produce sound. What does it mean? There are certain musical instruments which produce sound by air. Examples are flute, trumpet. And we need to blow air into these musical instruments to make them produce sound. Now read this. When we blow air out of our mouth, our chest goes in. And when we breathe air in, our chest comes out. What does it mean? When we inhale, our chest comes out. And when we exhale, our chest goes in. Our heart beats faster after we run or exercise. What does it mean? If we run or exercise, our heartbeat increases. Do you understand? Now listen. A stethoscope is an instrument used to listen to the sound of our heartbeats. What does it mean? Our heart beats now, and by using a stethoscope, we can hear the sound of our heartbeat. Do you understand? So this chapter was all about blowing of air. We blow hot and we blow cold. What does it mean? By blowing, we can make things hot. For example, if we blow to our hands will become warm during winter, isn't it? So we can blow hot, and at the same time we can blow cold. How? If we take a cup of hot coffee and if we blow onto it, the coffee becomes cold, isn't it? So we can blow cold. So listen, this chapter was all about we blow hot and we blow cold. All of you read the chapter very well. In the beginning, there is a story. The story is very interesting. Read it. And after the story, the chapter is all about activities. I have given the notes, I have shared it in the video, and I will give you the notes. But you have to do those activities by yourself. So read those activities and try to do it. All of you take care. Stay home, stay safe. We can see you in the next class. Thank you.